30-15. Dang, these microphones. We played a lot of energy. They ran zone the whole quarter, which took the flow out of it a little bit, and they did it in the Bay, which was we kind of knew we were prepared for, but had some contested looks that were tough, a couple turnovers that were tough that killed momentum. Just a tough way to finish. We are not a moral victory team by any stretch, but can clearly say we played better tonight. Just got to keep building on that to get ourselves back on the right track.
I just don't see kind of that's something you guys might see moving forward. What's kind of the issue?
It's designed to take you out of your patterns, to make you take shots you're not really comfortable with because it's not out of your normal, offense. But you've had to put a lineup out there that's kind of predicated on shooting just to make sure you have the right spacing and just be decisive with what you're trying to do. I want to say the last 5 minutes, especially down in crunch time, you don't want to settle for the first open look, but sometimes in the zone, that's the good look. And that's obviously why they run it, because they want you to have to make a decision on quick shot versus best shot and then playing the shot clock. So with reps, we'll obviously get better at it, but they do have personnel too that can, put Jimmy at the top. He's pretty long and athletic to cover a lot of space.
Both Draymond and Coach Kerr mentioned that there was a lack of stops in the fourth quarter, and they kind of credit that to the result of tonight. How do you guys patch up this lack of stops and perhaps a lack of defense earlier on in the season so it doesn't grow into a problem going forward?
Just try to have better possessions on offense first, and we had a couple of turnovers that led to open threes. In transition, I think the beginning of the fourth quarter, they got comfortable kind of lining us up from three. Certain guys that are out there for a specific reason, we let them get going. When you give up, 41 to Strus and Robinson, it's going to be tough, especially like you say, what they're out there to do. So you got to take that away, and we didn't. We just got to want it. Nobody's going to make it easy on us. We got to really want it.
Any thoughts on the late overturn call?
It's an awful call. What you think I was supposed to say? I was just walking to the free throw line, thinking that I was going to get 3 free throws and have an even score with a minute, some change left. It's a tough one. I clearly felt a lot of contact. I don't know what they saw besides the high five contact they talked about, but you got to be allowed to finish your motion. I felt like, especially when you slow it down to slow-mo, it's pretty clear. There's a lot of contact, but what do I know about calls?
They want to talk about something that now they're going to be calling some of those on everyone's guard. Curious whether
yeah, just be consistent. Let us know how you're going to call it, and that should be the standard every night so everybody can make adjustments. It's how the league works year to year, whatever the point of emphasis is and how the game evolves. And it's only right that if you're going to call it and be consistent, we'll make adjustments and everybody will keep it moving. That's on them and it's on us to find that middle ground. And just seemed like there's going to be a little bit of an example made tonight, especially certain calls out in the open when it doesn't really impact the game much. I do get like there are some that are pretty blatant. They're going to call them. But like you said, just be consistent and everybody will be happy.
Steph, you're playing as a visitor here in this arena, and yet at the very beginning of the game, there were more Golden State fans than actual fans cheering for you, especially when you came out to warm up. What does seeing that support mean to you, especially when you're on the road and you're far from home, literally the entire opposite coast, and you see people showing you love like that?
I think I made a joke about that at the ESPYs this summer, about getting comfortable my first little bit, knowing it might be like a Heat stadium when they might show up a little later. Our fans came a little earlier. It was loud for them in the second half, but you obviously appreciate our fans traveling and, you know, bringing the energy for us in any arena, especially with the success that we've had. And we appreciate that. I mean, that's what makes this league fun, is the fan interaction and the energy that they bring, the show that you get to put on for them.
What you said is so related to
There's frustration because we have a standard. There's a little uneasiness, probably, just because, again, I think every year I should say every year, the last 3 or 4 years, when you have new guys playing big minutes and, you know, a different look, you always compare it to the years before. And that's good because we've had, you know, championship banners to show for it, but that uneasiness puts you in a position where you have to be able to figure it out, and everybody being committed to what that means. Like you said, the first 3 quarters really demonstrated that. We didn't get the job done, so it reinforces those feelings of, you know, how do we get ourselves out of this hole? How do we create an identity that we expect to win every single night and not just say it, but we have to, you know, be able to go out and do it. So I hope everybody's frustrated with, you know, the results, but the process, I think, is pretty solid. I mean, we always have high expectations come in, and I still do. So, again, you deal with reality as it comes, and right now we don't have a good flow for 48 minutes of, you know, how we're trying to get, you know, get leads, keep leads, and just, again, the chemistry of no matter who's out there, like what we're trying to do on both ends of the floor. So, you know, step in the right direction through a loss. But I think the big picture is still, you know, we are capable of being a team that's contending for a championship, and we have the talent to do it. We just, you know, have to have a little bit of patience, but a sense of urgency at the same time. It's weird. It's a weird concept for, you know, to try to explain, but I think, you know, having gone through this a couple of times, we know what to do. I mean, it's just our collective IQ in terms of being able to go from one team to another and understand patterns of how teams play. And like if you've been around, you know personnel, so you can just say it one time and then you understand what to do. If you haven't been around, it's hard to process all of that and put it into action. And tonight, you have certain guys that in ISO situations, when they get in the paint, their second instinct is to score. Their first instinct is to kick it out because they know they have shooters around. So Jimmy was getting in the paint a couple of times. He's not really looking to score right away. He was looking to spray it out, and we couldn't figure out how to stay home and stay attached to shooters that are out there. Bam, kind of the same way. They're capable scorers. They're great players, but you want them to have to work for it and not get the easy looks to guys that are out there to space and to shoot. So, like I said, 41 points to those two guys because we didn't kind of lock in on that pattern. And then Orlando's going to present different patterns. New Orleans is going to do that, the same thing. So you have to be able to adjust and still keep the energy and focus at a high level. We're not there yet. We're trying to get there.